Hi everyone, Joni Hanson. Today's message is about, I'm going to title it Your Journey in Life. We each have our own journey, our own experiences, which include things that are in our mind from our life experiences from, I like to say, everybody who's ever influenced us in our life, learned behavior, all kinds of stuff, right? And we as an adult, we are responsible for healing if we choose, and learning more, unlearning helpful things and learning more helpful things in our life. And it's not an easy journey. Often in a relationship is where we're seeing all kinds of learned behavior come out in our own selves, let alone our partner. And it's really important, I can't stress this enough, to be aware of what you're thinking, or if you have triggers, which means a reaction, and you can't enter into hearing your partner what they have to say because you're getting defensive, to use a code word, call a timeout, take a breather, and then check in with yourself, like what is going on, what is it that I'm hearing or needing or wanting, taking responsibility for that. And then if you're having troubles and you cannot navigate through that, I can't encourage enough, reach out for a trusted neutral friend, counselor, coach. Neutral meaning not somebody that's going to be like, oh, let me put down your spouse, but be encouraging and helping you to navigate through. Sometimes it's the cobwebs and the wrong turns and the betrayals and all that in our minds that don't belong to our spouse, but it might be playing out in that. And I also wanted to add in, I've said this for years, and really emphasize this in my own relationship, that if you choose to be married, there are different ingredients that need to be guarded in that every day. And one of them is not getting so busy that you don't spend good quality time with your spouse, or really making them that top priority. And I see so much, it's more common, and I don't mean to sound like I'm stereotyping anybody, but more common, men by nature can tend to be workaholics, or not even workaholics, that value, which have a huge value on as well, that they do their best to provide for their wife, or wife and children if you have children. And often men can have this great intentions, like, hey, I'm going to work longer and harder. And sometimes they need to, right? If depending on the finances or the situation. But a lot of times it's out of, achieving goals, and goals are important. They're wonderful. There's been so many people, even in my own life, where my husband and I, we've agreed, like, hey, we're going to work on this, and we're all in. And some of those have not worked out too well, and it's caused disagreements and hurts and whatnot on both ends. So having to readjust and make assessments along the way of, hey, what works best for us and our family, or what we need or want, or our immediate goals, short-term goals, and long-term goals. But I do want to add in, this all intertwines with what's going on in your own journey and what you want and need. That never get too busy, or allow yourself to just constantly be so tired that you are neglecting your well-being, let alone what your time with your spouse. Because I've seen so much over the years where well-meaning, wonderful men who have worked really hard and created maybe a great financial security for their spouse, their wife, and children, and wondering, like, why is my wife walking out the door. It's not all about money, you guys. Money's important. We need it. Nice to have extra nice things if you're blessed to do that, but not at the expense of your marriage or your family life or your well-being. I believe people can create both, right? And there's better ways to do it. So, one, taking responsibility for your own journey, your own experiences, getting your mind calm, learning more helpful ways to address your own, soothing your own emotions, let alone being able to enter into a more helpful, healthy conversation. And then working ideally with your spouse. And if something's not working, you don't want to use things like, I'm out of here, I'm ending the marriage or divorce or any of that. If you're unsafe, yes, get out, get some help. Or if somebody's abusing you or things like that. But, or in my life, I'd say if somebody was stepping out on me or whatever, that, I wouldn't choose to navigate in that my own self. But the things that you go, hey, we're not going to do any of the deal breakers. We're not like that. But we have these disconnects or blind spots in communication. Really important to seek help if you're stuck. Seek to understand yourself and your spouse. You may not always agree, but you can agree to disagree. Or if you're stuck, work on your own journey. First and foremost is really important, very healthy. Can't stress that enough. And again, my videos are not meant to be therapeutic. I encourage people, if you need a counselor, you can go onto Psychology Today and Google in your area to find a counselor. If you're struggling or if it's an emergency, of course, reach out and call 911. These are just meant for informational purposes and to share from my heart, from my experiences, and now from many years of working with some amazing people in situations that seemed impossible, to helping them thrive and grow. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day or weekend or week or whatever you're experiencing when you watch this. Till next time, and always much love and blessings, Joni Hanson. Also, I will probably upload this. I have a YouTube channel, and I would love it if you like my information. Please subscribe, hit like, make a comment. Again, I'm here to just share inspiration, encouragement, love, and light.